Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I am in my office. It is a gorgeous, sunny, very windy day, and it's almost the end of January, so it's time to set up my planner for the month of February. I'm excited to swap out the cover, put in some new inserts from Jane's Agenda, and just get everything set up for a new month. So grab your planner if you'd like to join along and do some planning with me for a new month, and welcome to my office. I love the feeling of a fresh start that a new month brings, and as much as I've been enjoying The Best Is Yet to Come cover with this beautiful floral for the month of January, I feel like it was a great way to kickstart 2023 to swap out and put this beautiful cover on. I'm also ready for something new and fresh and different for February, and this is one of the things I have grown to really love about the disc planner system is how easy it is to customize and make my planner feel fresh and new anytime I want. So I grabbed some of my supplies here, and these are things that came in the Jane's Agenda February Deluxe Subscription Box. So a few days ago I already swapped out, and I've been using the pen pouch that came in that February box, and I love it. It's such a nice compact size, but because it unzips all the way and really opens up, it's easy to use. I love just sitting it on my desk and being able to quickly see and grab what I am looking for. But it also made me pare down. I had a much bigger pencil bag that I was carrying around before, and I realized just there was so much stuff in there I wasn't using. So when I swapped it out for this one, I really just kept it to the things I'm actually using on a regular basis. So this is going to stay in my bag that comes around with me for work, and then just traveling around the house as I'm doing things, this pen pouch will travel with the planner as well. Then I grabbed the 2 disc page markers that came in the February box. I'm not sure yet if I'll use those. They're beautiful, but I tend to find that something like this leaves a little bit too big of a bump in my planner, and since I fill it pretty full, I don't necessarily need that. I am excited about these habit trackers. I need to kind of think about what I want to use it for. One thought I had to be able to make good use of this habit tracker is to look through my daily routines, my AM and PM routine list, and see if there are some specific habits on there that I really want to focus on making sure I'm doing each week. And it would be nice to have something like this where I can kind of see my progress over the whole month. I used to do monthly habit tracking when I did a bullet journal, and I did like the overall progress that you can see when you track it over a full month, and it just has a little bit more of a satisfied feeling when you get to the end of the month and you can see how many days you've done. So I'm excited to have this as a fun new insert to try. Then I grabbed the page marker because I'll use this for my weekly spread, and that's where I'll set that up to open. So I am feeling like I kind of want something different than floral for the moment. So let's change out, and we also have the self-care inserts that came too. So we're going to go through some of that in a minute, but let's start with changing out the cover. So I'm just going to make sure I have the front one, and that is my personal year information. So you can see where I talked about that a little bit more in my 2023 planner setup video. So I'll have that linked down below. All right, I am already loving the structure of this beautiful architecture. And I will also have my Jane's Agenda affiliate link down below in case you're interested in shopping and seeing what kind of fun things you might want to try from Jane's Agenda. So I'm thinking about whether I want to keep this on here or not. I think since I'm using such a small pen pouch, I don't need it. My favorite pen that I carry around with me is the Frixion 4-color pen, and so that was what I was keeping in this pen pouch sometimes, but I think I can just carry around that smaller pen pouch with me, and that should work just fine. Okay, ooh, and I just noticed that the elastic ribbon on the February cover matches the line work. It's this beautiful taupe gray. And I'm wondering if I want to switch out my discs for black discs, but I think I'm going to leave that alone. I think the gold is just fine. It's a sophisticated look still. So I'm already excited with the new look and feel with that cover on. So now let me think about what else I need to kind of update. So I think I'm going to switch to my monthly spread for February. And I did make a note, if you saw my February unboxing video for the Jane's Agenda Deluxe Subscription Box, that there is a warehouse sale coming for $2.9. It looks like it starts and it goes all the way to $2.12. So it's that weekend. And this is just my note that I use Project Broadcast for my Jordan Essentials business, and that's going to be changing to an annual billing cycle starting on 2/18. So all right, let's look at these really quick. So I know I want to use that. I know I want one of these. I don't think I need more than just one in my planner. I'd like to use the self-care inserts. So this is a 3-month at a time set. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there is the next month. And I'm going to look really quickly at the cover sheets, because I want it to coordinate with my affirmation and my word for the month of February. So if you're new, I like to use the Louise Hay Colors and Numbers book to help me determine my word of the year, and I usually choose a word for the month and then affirmations for the day and for the year and for the month. I use that affirmation system all throughout. So January for me was a number 7 month, so that means February is going to be a number 8 month. So that means the keyword for me is achievement. So what do I want to use? I think capable seems like it coincides with the affirmation and the word for my February. Or maybe I am powerful. Yes, I like I am capable. I was just reading through this. Prosperous, successful, executive of my world. Okay, so I'm going to choose this for my self-care tracker. And now I'm thinking about where do I want to store that. So I think I want this self-care tracker. So this is like a weekly spread, but it's really just all about my self-care. So I think I will try at first just putting it at the beginning of the month. So let me set some of this aside. And then I do have these 2 other dividers I could use. So let's try just tucking it right here. So I'll have my self-care tracker here. And I think I'm going to put this habit tracker right in front with it. You know, on second thought, I think I'm going to change my mind. So I think what I'm going to do is put the monthly calendar spread after all of that. So basically my calendar pages will be after my self-care tracker. I think that looks better that way. And that way it reminds me to also keep track of my sleep on here. I'm really excited about this spread as well. I don't have any kind of a digital sleep tracker, so this will just be me actually manually tracking my sleep. And I want to share something that I have discovered through using the Jane's Agenda inserts for the month of January. So last year I made my own sticky tabs like these in the back, where it's just printed with my label maker stuck on a sticky tab, and then it's just stuck to a cardstock page. And I was doing that where when I pulled, you know, the monthly divider, it would open right up to the monthly spread, which is what I was used to doing, and that always worked well and seemed pretty efficient. This time around, I never got around to doing any kind of extra tab that would take me just to this monthly spread. So whenever I would flip to January using the plastic dividers, these came in the December box, it, you know, made me flip through. I'd have to go through these couple of pages, but what I found is that made me look at my personal month information a little more often. It made me check in with my projects and goals and my task list more often. So I've decided that it's actually a good thing when it doesn't just take me right to the calendar page, because it reminds me to keep touching base with some of the other aspects of my planner. So I've gone through and gotten to the very last couple of days here. So now I also want to grab my February planning pages, my regular calendar pages, and let's put those in here. Okay, so this is the Daily 12 Classic Size insert pack, and I got the quarterly dated for the first quarter of 2023. So I've already been using January, and we're going to start right off the bat with February. It looks like my little number here must have moved at some point. There. Okay, so I will start with that weekly spread, because where I am today is going to be ending up this last couple of days of the weekend, and then Monday we'll start with the February pages. So that feels like a good transition. And then this page that's on the back of the February plan is where I'm going to put my February personal number information that'll come from this Louise Hay book. So I'll fill that out shortly. And I think I would like to put another page finder here in the very front of the month. So let me see if I want to do this one maybe. Trying to think about how this is all gonna go here. Okay, actually I think what I'm gonna do is put the first one here on the weekly spread for my self-care tracker. So this will be my self-care tracker page finder. And then I'll have my weekly page, and I may just leave this paper clip here, although why don't we switch it out with these beautiful ones here. And I know I said I didn't want these, but I've decided for now I do. Okay, so that way that'll mark my page for the monthly spread, and then this will be my weekly page finder. So we're going to go to the first week of the month, and that will live there. And I wonder if I should use these anywhere. I'll have to think about any spots that I might need just a cardstock divider like that. Or what I may end up doing is making a tab that says self-care and using it for that. And then my today tab will just move to the new day whenever I switch to that. So that feels good. Now I wonder if I should already, yeah, that's pretty chunky. So I think I can take out my January pages, or at least the first half of January, since we're pretty far into the month. So let's do that. Okay, so now these will go into my holding binder that I keep, and this is just going to be the storage binder for the new inserts for this year. So that's going to go right in here. I have yet to do my binding project of the pages from 2022, so stay tuned for that. It's still coming. There, that way my planner isn't quite as thick. It's back to being pretty full but still usable. All right, I was cleaning some things up and realized I had grabbed this accidentally, and I wanted to keep this in my planner, so that's good. That means I can choose one of these cardstock inserts. I kind of want to stick with the architecture, I think, and that will go right at the front. So that feels like a nice page to open up to when I turn my tab for February for month 2, and then I'll go right into the self-care portion, and then if I want to flip to that week I can do that, and then I can find the tab with the month, And then I'll have my weekly marker for the current week of my regular planning, and then my day marker will move once we're into Monday. So I think what I'm actually going to do is use this page and try to work where I'm using this affirmation along with the Louise Hay information. So this will become my affirmation page, and that way the back part of the calendar can be my memory keeping page, I think. Let me look through. Yes, that's what I want to do, because I did something similar for January and I like having that affirmation page right up front. So that's what I'm going to work on first, is the affirmation page with my Louise Hay book, and we'll speed that up and get to the end. Okay, that is my monthly page basically set up. I may go in and find some floral stickers to add, but right now I want to focus on just continuing on. So let's tuck this back in my planner. And next I want to set up the basic monthly spreads. I just had the thought that I will mark out the days that we don't have in February. Now this is ready to go back in, and then I'll have my monthly affirmation and personal month information page. So next I'm going to set this up. I'll add my affirmation at the top. From the bottom here, I am the prosperous, successful executive of my world, and then I'll just do a little basic highlighting. And the pen I was using is a Pentel Energel. It's BL437R1, and it's an 07 tip, and this actually came in a Jane's Agenda sub box a few months back as well. Okay, that came together nicely. So that is my monthly page set up with the basic outlines and highlighting that I like to do, and then of course my affirmation at the top. And I grabbed the Happy Planner Flowers sticker book because that's what I used last month, and I liked how that turned out. So I think I'm going to be using these. I don't know, to me that looks like a peony or maybe a rose, but I'd say it's a peony. So I think I'm going to be using these, and I'll add a little bit of floral decor to these pages, and I'll probably just quickly set up my February memories page here as well. The only thing I don't have is sometimes I use the Prayerful Planner sticker page that comes in their email newsletter, and I haven't gotten that yet, so I may wait because sometimes they'll have a nice February header and I could potentially use that there. So we'll see about that one, but I know for sure I'm going to add some of these pretty florals onto the calendar page and to that monthly affirmation page. Okay, I think I have everything decorated as much as I want to do for now. I don't know when and how I smudged that, but oh well, I'm just gonna not worry about it because what can you do? It happens. All right, so we'll pop these pages back in. So I have my personal number and affirmation page all ready to go, and I like how that worked out with the existing affirmation that was there and then I just worked around it. And I really like how the peonies are looking with everything. So then let's go ahead and flip to the monthly pages. So I have my calendar pages all set up for the rest of the month of February. The next thing to do would be to add all of my appointments and my zone cleaning tasks, of course. And I even decorated the dashboard page so I can go in and move forward any active projects and goals I want to keep working on. And I think I will, now that I'm thinking of it, I'm going to go ahead and just highlight across my sleep tracker. And I think I'll just use this Energel pen and we'll write February. I might as well throw one more flower up there in the corner, keep in theme. I think I can tuck it right there, and then I just have to trim this little spot for the disc. So there is my February updated planner setup. So I now have my new February cover, and I've switched to all of my February pages in the daily planning pages. I have my fun and beautiful dashboards at the beginning, my habit tracker, which goes into my personal information page. Then I have my self-care tracker for the month, and then my sleep tracker at the back of that section, and then I'll go into the monthly dashboard, the monthly calendar page, and then right into the memory page and the first week of the month. So if you'd like to see how I usually set up a weekly page, you can check out January. I did a weekly plan with me in January, and then I'll do some daily planning as we get into the first day of February. So I hope that gave you a good chance to see another way to set up for the month of February. Let me know in the comments down below if you are using a planner like this where you can go in and do a little decorating, or if you'd like to use a planner that's kind of already decorated and you just hop in there and add your plans. I have gone back and forth and done both, but right now I'm enjoying this. So thanks again. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button down below. You can find my affiliate link if you are a brand new customer to Jane's Agenda. There is a special link where you can get a discount off your very first purchase. And I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.